Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Hey family, this is King Simon. Just want to remind everybody that December 4th event has been canceled. It has been canceled. Please go to my link tree. That's linktree/King Simon, the Numerovator, for any upcoming events. Thank you. It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
There is a beauty that comes, that only comes when you know exactly who you are. You're glorious.
Greetings, family. Make sure you share this. We're going to be doing the numerovation of relationships and how to use your numbers, how they can work. We got a special guest coming through tonight, astrology life coach Kecia Jones, and this is her singing right now. This one is called Everything, because everything about you is beautiful, people. Remember that. Don't touch that dial.
Every single thing. Every single thing. I am brilliant. Every single thing. I am gorgeous. Every single
It is your righteous alignment.
There's a beauty that comes that only comes when you know exactly who you are. You're glorious. When you know the power of your own divinity. I am. To be fully human and fully divine. I am divine. Every single thing about you is beautiful. Every single thing about you is
Remember, the music is by Kecia L. Jones. This is what we got coming up next right now. She's going to be one of the featured astrologers tonight with King Simon. Oh yeah, it's going to be nice tonight. Get your relationship numbers up.
Every single thing. I am gorgeous. Every single thing. You are glorious. Every single thing. You are beauty. Every single thing. You are light. Every single thing. You are every single thing. You are magic. About you is beauty. Every single thing about you is every single thing. Every single thing about you is glorious. Every single thing your breath is your every single thing. It is the clearest, most distinctive reminder that you are spirit in human form. About it is the core to remind you is beauty. So now, let's take a breath. Breathe in. You are glorious. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Breathe in. You are wisdom. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your breath is your power tool. Every single thing about you is beautiful. It is your righteous alignment. Every single thing technician. Every single thing about you. It reminds you that you are spirit. Every single thing about you is righteous. It reminds you that you are spirit in right alignment with yourself. It reminds you that you are eternally. Breathe. It reminds you, it reminds you, it reminds you, it reminds you. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in.
Oh yes, family. Oh yes, family. Oh yes, family. Oh man, what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tone to set the place off for numerovation relationship and how your numbers can work with special guests, astrology life coach, astrological life coach, the one, the only Kecia Jones, who sang that song. And if you want to show her love, you can go to her website also. Go to her website also. This is a website right here. She got some great music that's about to come out, so look out for that. This is played exclusively on King Simon Production. Of course, King Simon Presents, and the website is www.kecialjones.com. I think the L means love, so get ready for that. So we're going to have a good time tonight. Now, this is going to be a money, financial driven, currency driven show. If you want your relationship to be broken down by myself and this beautiful sister Kecia, you have to either send $10 and up, $15, $20 and up, circulation. And we will explain the relationship numbers and astrology to you right here live. And we will put up the and if you want to come on alive and talk to us, we will be up and ready to talk to you. And remember, you can only circulate the funds via Cash App or PayPal at the email that you see there, King Simon Production. I'm gonna share whatever we make. I'm gonna share this with this beautiful sister because she's got a great organization. She's doing a lot of stuff. I'm doing a lot of stuff from where she's at. She's in Nashville. I'm here in Georgia. We all over the world. We doing what we gotta do. I don't even have claps tonight. We're not even doing claps tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't about getting no claps. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? Forget the claps tonight. But after you make your donation, after you make your circulation, we will explain your numbers. And all you have to do once I see the circulation show up in the email, because all my Cash App and my stuff come up on my email with your birthday, preferably your full birthday and the birthday of your mate. That'll be important. Relationships that you're in, business relationship, and all that. We're trying to deal with that tonight. Let me get ready to show my face real quick, and so people know that I am real. I am real, just like God is real. You know what I'm saying? I am real. So we're gonna have our guest astrologer and life coach, Kecia L. Jones. Like I said, L stands for love. So get ready for that. I know she laughing backstage. She know I'm crazy. She know I'm cray already. How y'all doing, family? It's your brother King Simon in the building. I'm wearing my Bear Witness T-shirt. Here. It's Bear Witness, made by Will I Am. Big up to Will I Am, the superstar artist himself. BW Bear Witness. You got to be a witness of the King, rising into Godhood as usual. That's what we're doing. But we just finished playing a beautiful song by a beautiful soul. And this sister here that we're about to bring on, if you don't know who she is, you may have seen her on this show. You may have seen her on TED Talks. This has been up on TED Talks now. This ain't no, it's a big deal now. People don't know she's a big deal, son. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand. I'm trying to tell y'all, praise the Lord. She's our guest astrologer and life coach, and she's just done so much, man. And of course, her website is KeciaLJones.com, where you can find out all about her. Let's welcome right here again on the virtual platform of King Simon Presents, only quality people, the one, the only, no claps today, but I'm going to clap anyway. The one, the only Kecia Jones in the building.
King, you are something. I love the fact that my middle name now stands for love. I love it.
I love it too. I don't know what it is. I just said love.
Yeah. I'll take the love. I'll take the love. I remember I met somebody once and I told him my name. It's Kecia, and he said, "Did you say kiss me?" I'm like, "No, but that's it is what it is, man." But I'll take the love, Kecia Love Jones. All right.
Love Jones. That's why I thought. That's what
I
I
made
thought
a
about.
movie.
Love Jones. I did talk
Yeah.
about Love Jones. So that is the
Yeah.
interesting part. Oh, good. I see people already sending cash. Big up to Jules. You'll definitely be now, Jules. I'm looking for a relationship. I'm not just talking about you by yourself. Y'all just want to do you by yourself. I mean, if you want to do you by yourself, it's all right.
Yeah.
But we want to focus on relationship because let me take a deep breath. Now, in my book, numbers are simple, people are complicated. I do have a relationship cycle, section in there. This one is called the Chronicles of Relationships, and the Chronicles of Relationships in this segment of the book. It starts actually on page. What page do we start on? We start on page 69. Go figure. So
Hilarious.
I didn't even know it. I forgot it started that page. I'm terrible.
I'm so good.
But that's where it went. It went straight to yin and yang. It went to yin and yang. It's the 69 page. So, woo! It's called "The Numbers Are Simple Relationship Chronicles." That's chapter 8, 69. It is. I didn't know.
But King, you said somebody is in the queue by themselves, and actually, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think even as we're talking about relationships with each other, one of the first things is the relationship with yourself. So
that is true.
You want to start with that and work your way out. I think that's always beautiful.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Because she did. Whoever it is, Jules did give like $10. She started off with the $10 and her birthday. Let me see here, Jules. Let me just look at your birthday here. I see your birthday is. I guess she wants to go with the 6. Her birthday is 6/15. No, hold on. First of all, you're an astrologer. Let's backtrack a little, because before we
Okay.
go into that, we want to make sure, what do you need in order for you to start get doing what you got to do for this person? If once I put up the birthday and all, what else do you need?
So here's the thing in terms of if I was working with a client, I would love to be able to look at their whole chart, because there's some things that we would look at in terms of, for example, where their Venus placement is. Now we wouldn't be able to do that tonight, so
Right,
we can
right,
just do sun, moon, and rising. Maybe if they know that,
right.
if you can start with that. If you know more, we can definitely go more.
Okay,
But even knowing just where they're rising might be a good thing, you
that
know.
might be a rising. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And
So,
and you know what? I'm gonna say this. The work that I do is intuitive as well.
okay,
So in
okay,
terms of I would say, give your numbers, but maybe start with a question, and we can see what we pull up out of the ether as well. So we
okay,
can work with that.
okay.
And if we want to go further, I would definitely need a chart. But yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, J Jules, I see you already in the chat. I believe that's you. Yes, that's you, J Jules. You are born. And if you want to come up live with us, I'm going to put the link in the chat right now, also, so we'll know what is going on here. I want to put the link up in the chat so people can come up. But this is the first one so far. Again, the Cash App and the PayPal is scrolling on the bottom. Want to let people know. Hold on, no, I shouldn't put that right there. I want to put it in the chat so people can get up. Jewel, we want you to come on. I want to come on live because I want you to know that this is not Memorex. We are
We are
doing what
live.
we gotta do. We gonna
And I
come on.
didn't officially say hello to
Yeah,
everybody.
yes,
Hello,
you did.
everybody,
I know.
wherever
We
you're
just
watching.
did.
We didn't get to do that.
I
So
know.
I want
We
to make
just
sure I say hello, hello, hello.
there's no.
And for those that are chiming in, this is a beautiful conversation.
Yes.
This is a beautiful conversation, because relationships, and when we're looking at frequency, that like all of this stuff matters. All of
Right.
this stuff matters. Even when you're not just even as it relates with love, but what you're building.
Right.
And you know where my Venus is, so that's why that's important to me. But yeah, so I just wanted to say hello, and I'm excited that we're
Okay.
doing this tonight. Thank you so.
Okay, you're welcome, my dear. And I'm Brother King Simon. Just want to let y'all know that's Kecia L. Jones. L stands for love tonight. And oh, loving you. She says she can't come on live right now. And I'm expecting people to come on the live, but do not come on the live if you haven't spread no Cash App love. I ain't going for it now. I told y'all the prices now. So okay, I see people starting to spread love. Y'all spreading love. But June's birthday is June 15th,
This is Gemini. Yeah.
1971. Yeah, she is a Gemini, most definitely. That's her sun sign. I mean, you want to start off and lay the track? What you want to do?
Well,
You want to?
I would actually, for me, no, I'll let you start, but I'll say if you have a question, put that
Right.
in the chat, and let's play with that as well.
Okay.
But
Okay.
off the dome, we're looking at a Gemini 6, and I know you're going to break down life path number
Hmm.
as it relates to that. So you go first, and I'll play with that when they put the
Okay,
question in.
you want to play that? You want to play with that? Okay,
Oh,
great,
damn.
great, great.
Yeah.
No problem, no problem. This is your brother King Simon. You know what it is now. First and foremost, because Jules is born on. Let me make sure I got my things here set. All right, let me make sure I got this set. Just writing stuff down, just typing stuff in, putting it inside here, paste, and I'm one name at a time. We got another person that also plays. Jules, this is your birthday. Hey, what's up? Big up to Lloyd. Lloyd was also on 19 Keys show today. So big up to Lloyd Strayhorn, one of my great
Yeah.
teachers. So 19 Keys. And he also invited me on the show. So I'm waiting for that. So big up to 19 Keys. I'll be on his Earn Your Leisure show. I come from numerology from a different I'm a Numerovator family. So
Right.
be very patient. And what's so interesting about Jules, and I wish you had put your relationship, because I really want to focus on relationship, because being born on the 15th is a one of the relationship numbers that just have to be that has to battle between the physical and the spiritual. So it's about finding balance between the physical and spiritual. That's why we know in tarot that's called the devil card, and in the tarot. So it's important that you recognize that there's always a battle between that. That's why most people that's born on the 15 has to find some level of balance, have a creative way of finding their balance, but also be adaptable on how they find their balance also. You know what I'm saying? That's how they got to do it. That's how they have to work it, even in relationship. Now let me make sure I'm clear. Do not come up here if you haven't sent a donation. So I will take anybody off quickly and kick you off the stage if you have not sent a donation in. And as you see, this donation thing is scrolling on, and it has to be $10 and up. No $5, nothing below $10, $10 and up. Thank you very much. So Jules is in
King,
very yes, ma'am.
King, do you mind if I ask? I do want to say this as you've said that, Jules. I don't know if you know your time of birth or location, but if you have that, we can even go even deeper as well. So if you
Right.
do have that information, please put that in. I can look that up for you on this end.
Right. She says she's single
And she
right
says
now.
she's single right now.
She's single
Okay,
right
so
now. Well, if you're single right now, 6 plus that 15 plus 20, 23. Let's put that into play. As a matter of fact, let me see, 8, that's 9, 10. You're going into a new beginning cycle next year. And you're actually coming out of this 9 year cycle, going into a 10 year cycle, Jules, which means that this is more likely a time to remove people, places, and things that no longer serve your highest purpose for better mobility and better movements. And because you're going into a new beginning cycle, it's new people, new business. It's more about the me, myself, and I energy, but not in a selfish manner, but in, like Tassili would say, a self fullness. Being
mhm.
self full of yourself so you can attract who you need to be around yourself. Now, I see Jewel is also saying that she's born at 8 p.m., time of birth, 8 p.m., and she lives in Jersey, Neptune, New Jersey. So if you want to
All right,
hit that up, if you want to touch that,
I
you can go
got
ahead
it.
and touch that. You go ahead and touch that next. Go ahead, sister.
Okay. All
Hmm.
right. I'm gonna go. You keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in for her so I can pull up her chart.
Right. So
And
again, Jules, it's very important that you, if you are open to new beginnings and new relationship, then next year is a good year. But because it's a 1 year cycle for you, you have to very much pay attention that you don't attract any challenges from people in a certain way. Whoever comes in your life has to be open to new ideas, also open to finding balance and healing for themselves, also coming in, because you attract people that need healing and help a lot. And some people that attract those type of people, they have to be very careful of their energy, so to speak. And you can't just allow any and anybody, because if you're not making money from this pain from that other person, it's best for you to protect yourself from that pain that they might have until they're ready to walk that healing path also. Okay, if that makes any sense to you, Jules, please let me know. Go ahead, my dear. Kecia, go ahead, do your thing.
all right, so we got June, and you double check it for me. If we said
Fifteen,
June
nineteen
15th,
seventy one. That's it.
1971. All right,
That is
Jules,
the
I'm
one.
pulling you up right now. The one of the first things I do want to talk about based off of what he said, and I'm going to go deeper into your chart, is when you're talking about closing out a 9 year and going into a one. You're also talking about detoxing and making a decision. Ooh, honey, you have a beautiful chart. And looking at. Hmm. Okay, so am I correct? Are you a Sagittarius ascendant?
Mm-hmm.
If you are, yeah, I'm looking at the numbers correctly. 8 p.m. Neptune, New Jersey. Yes, June 15th, 1971. So, yes, here's the thing. You are a great explorer. That is what you are definitely called to do, especially seeing how that sun is not only in Gemini. Hmm. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking. But your sun and your Mercury are right there. So in Gemini, of course, we're talking about the person who is the student, who is willing to study themselves. So more than anything, right now, it's beautiful that you're single right now, going into a 1 year, because you need to decide who you are going to be as you move forward for the next 9 year cycle that you have, and what that looks for you. With being a Sagittarius ascendant, deep in your core is the individual who wants to explore. So at this particular time, before going into June, this is the greatest time to explore what type of person you want to be, what type of love you want to call into your life. I'm looking at not only is your sun in Gemini, but your Venus is in Gemini as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that being said, you are attracted to partners that are similar in that vein, who want to study, who are interested in this information. That's exactly why you're on here right now. And so someone who is not a person who is willing to study themselves is not somebody that is that you find attractive. And that's a beautiful thing as it relates to, if I'm hitting on it, you let me know if we're in the right vein. Um, you could type in the chat or whatnot. But
Yes.
the thing that I'm noticing most as I'm looking at your chart,
Hmm.
that Venus connected to Gemini really is an indicator of not only that it's in the sixth house. Now you're in the sixth house. So in terms of home, in terms of your sixth house is also connected to your daily work, how you show up in the world where that's concerned. The study of life is important to you. That's a very interesting thing. So that's the type of individual you want to attract moving forward. You want to attract someone who is willing to take that exploration as well. And you let me know if that hits. Not only do I see that, I also see your North Node. Honey, you are a true explorer. Your North Node is in Aquarius as
Mm-hmm.
well. So someone who is not interested in, or someone who is interested in the status quo or staying, think the humdrum would never be someone that you could remain with. So you want to find out where they are mentally, because
Hmm.
that's an important. The place of work is important to you. So you want to make sure that they have similar values,
Hmm.
because that's something you truly value. Wherever your Venus placement is an indicator of what you value, what you love, and what turns you on. And so recognizing that someone who is also that student as well is going to be beneficial as you choose a partner.
Very good, very good. Now, Jules, because you're going into number 1 year cycle, remember that's also new beginnings. So I hope you set your intentions correctly going into this
Mhm.
next year. Very important to make your intention, because as you go into 2023, you're going to still resonate with the two numbers, 9 and 1. So making the definitive moves of detoxifying and removing people is going to be very important for you as you continue to grow. And what Kecia said was right and exact from her astrological perspective. And again, want to thank you very much for coming up, Jewel. We're going to delete you and keep that moving. And we got, I think, Najee, I think, is also in the live. I think he's born. He didn't give us the time he was born, but he is here. What's up, Najee? How you doing, sir?
Hey, hey, how y'all doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Wonderful,
She,
yes.
she, she needs to know what time you're born, sir. What
You
time
know
are you
what?
born?
I asked my mother. I
Uh-oh.
only think I know it was the afternoon. That's what she said. I came
Yes,
After,
it
into.
was an afternoon.
Yes, I was. Yeah, I was born in Newark, New Jersey, and
you're born in
yeah,
New Jersey. Okay, okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That's good. You want me to do it first, girl? How you
You
want me
go
to do it,
first. I'm
sister?
gonna go ahead and put him
All
in
right.
my system here
Okay,
and see
do
what I
what you
can get.
do. Okay, I'll do what I do. Okay,
yeah.
bet. I bet. So, brother Najee, what's interesting about that is that your alignment numbers are 35. Now, are you in a relationship? Yes or no? No.
Yes, yes, yes. Matter of fact,
Okay.
I just
That,
celebrated my girlfriend's birthday this weekend.
okay.
Uh,
And
yeah,
when is her birthday, brother?
11/16/1983.
Okay,
11/16,
because I really want to
1983.
focus on relationships. And with your relationship, it's because of the personal number that I'm dealing with. I'm really not dealing with any other number. I'm dealing with your personal number. You born on the 23rd and she born on the 16th, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes, that adds up to a 39, which adds up to a 12. So conversation and talking to each other is very important. Communication is very definitely definitive with both of you, because
Yes.
there's times where she could be in her own head space and be at her own head at her time, and you like you're free. You got the gift of gab still. You got the you know what you got to do. But communication doesn't always have to be talking. It could be music. It could be letters. It could be writing. It could be texting. It could be showing her, because she's held stuff in from her past, and you have to
Yes.
help give her that. I'm just letting you know how these numbers work. I don't want to get too deep because I know it can get into family stuff and all that kind of stuff from her past. But you're an old soul just like her. She's an old soul, and in order for it to work, it has to have some sense of creativity. It has to have some sense of higher level love making, and not just it's not just physical, but even learning tantric together would be nice. Dancing together would be nice. About music, something about music that y'all will do well with if y'all work that out, through music, and being willing to
Ooh.
communicate with people that that are counselors before y'all get married. You more likely need a marriage counselor type because there's certain things she had to heal from and certain things you had to deal with from your past. And when two people come together, they're here to try to complement each other, to align themselves to be better. So when y'all two personal numbers come together, I didn't even use your life path and all that. I did with because there's a direct personal number that personality deals with. Y'all need to laugh together, smile together, go to comedy shows together, dance together, enjoy together, walking the planet together. If I'm making any sense, I'm making sense to you, brother.
Yes, yes. No, you're making a lot of sense.
Oh,
A
well,
lot,
thank you,
lot, a
brother.
lot of things we navigating through is things
Yes,
from
sir.
her past, things from
Yes.
my past. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all.
definitely.
It's all about the healing, brother. That's all about the healing because you got as up to 39 and that 3 and 9 as up to 12. If you close your mouth, y'all will become victims of each other's problems and then it won't serve a higher purpose because 12 is the victim number. It's the hangman. So either you can hang it up or you can hang it out to dry. Whatever you're going to do with it, you got to know what you're going to do, but talk it out because y'all got to talk up in a timely fashion. And if she wants to retreat a little, let her retreat. It's all right. If you want to retreat or go outside, go punch a bag or something, go outside, punch a bag, go run it out, go run and exercise and run. Sometimes y'all need to just retreat to y'all corners and then come back and say, you know what, let's talk this out. Am I
Right.
making sense, sir?
Not making a lot of sense. A
Okay, I just
lot of
want to make sure
sense.
I'm making sense. All right, go ahead, sister. You go ahead. Drop your
Yeah,
drop your
well,
wisdom.
I'm looking at a lot of amazing, delicious stuff in terms of what I can get. I'm looking at your sun over here, this Sagittarius, but it's also connected to Neptune. So you have a very magical aspect to yourself as well. When King Simon was talking about you and your partner coming together, it really is. You have an ability to be very magical because your Venus is in Scorpio. So there's an aspect of you that desires something deep as it relates to intimacy and connection. Not only that, but if I'm looking at this correctly, your South Node is in Pisces, which means your North Node is in Virgo. You are an incredibly magical being, and intimacy for you is connected to that. But also, with that being with a Virgo North Node, there also is an aspect of order that you're moving towards, and I look at how that might show up in your relationship. Your partner is what's the sign of your partner as well?
Scorpio. So she was born 11/16/1983.
So we really have fire and water. So that's spontaneous human combustion. That's some powerful stuff right there. There's when we're talking about fire and water, we're talking about a current that can be really amazing. It can also be volatile if not checked, but it can be incredibly magical in terms of what you two can create together. What do you feel when you hear that as it relates to you and your partner?
Um, it makes sense because I mean we are, well, I mean we on, but when we go at
Yeah.
it, we go at
When
it.
you off, you off. Yeah,
When we
yeah,
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 when we off, we off. Like,
yeah.
it off. So, I'm just really trying to navigate the communication aspect with
Hmm.
her. And also,
Right.
just basically like not going too deep into arguments. Like
Yeah.
always explain to her when we get there, I'm like, listen, let's just take a break and continue this conversation later. Because she's very
Right.
literal. She's very
Right.
literal. So you can't really say something out of emotion and anger with her. Because
Right.
she's gonna dissect that, interpret it, and
Mm-hmm.
she's going to basically stay there.
You
You know
got
what
to
I'm
Yeah.
remember
saying?
that 16/7 energy is an analyzer. They're going to analyze it and over analyze it sometimes. So you got to be,
Yes.
and they hold a lot of mental stuff. They hold a lot of stuff in their head, and they'll come back later and say, "I remember when you did this," and I
Yes.
remember.
Yes.
So you got to be
Yes.
very
Yeah.
mindful of that. That's why my book, Numerovation, talks about the mental health numbers, and that 16/7 is one of them, one of the primary ones. So they have to protect their minds at all costs. So you have to keep her at a higher level. And I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kecia. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. I love what you said. Because of the analytical aspect, you
Hmm.
really actually need to play with the fact that you have Pisces in your South Node. The both
Mm.
of you need to play with your superpowers, and that is when arguments arise, find a way that you have already preset. That you all have a way to say, we're going to take a moment and to take a breath, not necessarily away from each other. It could be
Mm-hmm.
very powerful if you did that together. If you're able to do that together, to breathe into what's really going on, because your Venus is also in Sagittarius as well. So there's that. Well, when I'm let me correct that. Your Mercury is over there, so your mindset is exploring that, but maybe not on the level that she wants. It's more so, I'm not looking for a fight, I'm looking for a discovery, I'm looking for a way to expand this relationship that's just deeply rooted in your heart and your soul. So in order to do that, one of the things I would suggest is to make sure that you guys take some time to even do breath work with each other. Whatever thing that you can use to bring that fire and water to where it can create something beautiful together. Take a moment to think, to have a conversation about that before arguments arise. Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
No, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
Definitely makes sense.
There
Definitely
it
makes
is.
sense.
Well, Brother Najee,
Thanks,
thank you very
thank you
much for
so
coming
much.
in, man. And you
All
be
right.
safe out there, all right?
All right. I'll
Uh,
be talking to you both soon.
All right,
All
brother. No
right.
problem.
You have a
All
good
right.
one.
Okay.
Peace and
Okay.
love. That's right. That's our brother Najee in the building. We're gonna have somebody else, but I'm looking for Anderson. Anderson, are you there? We're looking for Anderson, who also shared his wealth, shared some circulating. Anderson, we need your birthday, and of course, she will need your time also. So I'm looking for Anderson. After Anderson will be Deborah. We're gonna talk about Deborah. After Deborah will be Khadijah. After Khadijah, Celeste Jones, we need your full birthday and also that. And after that, we have Chantel Legend. We need. I got your partner, you and your partner's birthday, but we're looking for Anderson. Anderson, are you in the live? Are you ready to come in? I need your birthday. What's your birthday? And you sent that. But if not, we're gonna skip you, Anderson, because you did put in that 13 number, and that's one of them power numbers. So I got it. And
Thank
we
you.
just we did not G already. Let's go to the next one here. Let's go to the next one. You ready? We got two here. We got a good
Deborah J.
relationship right here.
All right,
Got
Deborah.
Deborah Jackson. All right. One is born 5/2/65, 1965. Well, she's going by herself. Right? You got her time there. She has 2:09 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
You got that?
1960.
Okay, great. She born
Yeah.
the same day as The Rock, my brother. The Rock. Big up to him. Rock just did well with Black Adam. So that is a very good plus for most of you Taurus that are born under that number if you uh, counted your ducats correctly. That's for sure. So I'm going to go first, okay?
Hmm.
I'm going to go first. You good?
Yeah, yes, I'm just looking up the birthday, 5/2,
Okay.
1965. I got
All
it.
right.
Yes, go for it.
All right, their life path is a number 10, a number 19. And what's interesting about that life path, Deborah, I don't see you coming up. So if you, again, let me remind people, if you didn't circulate any funds, you see the Cash App down there, got to be $10 and up. $10 and up. We're going up to 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 if you want. That's what if you ain't circulating no funds, do not come on my channel at all. Don't come on the channel. Don't play. All right. Nothing below $10. That's how we doing it tonight. Because I'm going to be sharing it with the beautiful sister. Sister got a great company, great things going on in her life. And we want to make sure we take care of her and don't waste her time. That's why we're doing it like this. All right. So getting back to you, Deborah, remember now the cycle that you're going into next year could be a very good year, because when you add that 5 plus 2 plus 20, 23, that equals 2030. Now, 2030 adds up to a number 5 when you look at it across, but the 20 in numerology also represents being awoken or awakened to some type of new purpose or some type of new goals, which is interesting because it adds up to the number 5, that 2030 that adds up to. And 5 is one of your crossroad numbers, but 5 is also the number of expanding your brand, being willing to promote who you are and what you want to do. Even good next year to start a business, because right now you've been in the crossroads since your birthday this year. So crossing over, why? And what's so interesting, think about The Rock, what he just did with Black Adam. He manifests that after September. Right around September, going into October, that whole thing came out. And the sneak peek months means that he is in his 5-year cycle. He is feeling the effects of his 5 years. So are you. but you have to make sure you're not scattered, you're not out of order in any way, that you're not overly sensitive to certain things that's going on. Just and protect your nerves going into this five, because right now you're in a 4-year cycle going into a 5-year cycle. So you're about that, you're feeling the effects of that five, which means promote your brand, promote who you are, promote your talents and your gift, even if it's healing, intuition, and all that, and stop holding and second guessing yourself, because you've done that second guessing too much, because your alignment number, of course, is a 7, and then your life path, your the personal number is a 2. Your life path is a 1, when the number 1 life path says you're supposed to lead the field. And matter of fact, that's a good thing to listen to. Lead the Field by Earl Nightingale. Listen to that, because you're supposed to lead the field in whatever thing that you love, whatever you really put your love towards. You can turn that into something that can be very significant. I don't care what age you are at this time, because even what's his face, KFC didn't get his success until he was in the 60s. So it don't
Right.
matter how old you are at this time. This is the time. These are the times that you're going through. This is the crossroads that says cross over the roads and stop holding yourself back. Stop limiting yourself. And again, stop second guessing yourself. A lot of stuff comes from pain in relationships, pain in family, and all that kind of stuff. It's time to forgive, let go, and grow. Although it takes time, it takes work, you still here to make your testimony, rewrite your testimony, make it work. Make it work. It can work for you if you really want to. All right. You can get it if you really want. You know what I'm saying? You can
I
get
love
it.
it. I asked Deborah in the chat to put what city she's in, because I can't put this in until I get that. But I love everything that you just said. You can
Okay.
get it if you really
Oh.
want. Yeah.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
looking for a place to relocate. Matter of fact, you're in a 5-year cycle. So whatever
Yeah.
place that, now a good book to look in for the relocation part. Lloyd got a few places, but I always ask people, because he don't have all the cities in here. He has a few, only enough cities in there that adds up to the number 2. But if you go to his book on page 177 on the best place to live, according to his book, he says Bridgeport is good for you, Harlem is good for you, Cincinnati is good, Los Angeles is good for you, Orlando, Miami, Raleigh, North Carolina, Macon, Georgia is also good for you as far as his number. But if your spirit, because that number 2 is one of those intuitive numbers, wherever your spirit is drawing you to, that's when you need to come and do a consult with me, as far as let me break down the numbers, because it might not be in this book. It might not be in this book, just to let you know how that can work. It might not be in any book. It might be somewhere in Africa you want to go. And Africa resonates with a number 7 energy, which would be good for you because your numbers is the 2, 7, and the 6. Your power numbers are the 2, 7, and the 6. So that's how we look at it. Go ahead, my sister. I don't know if she
Yeah.
put anything in chat. She put it in the
I
chat
haven't
yet?
seen anything in the chat yet, but I just want, if I'm not sure if
She's
you
in
put
Rocky Mountain, North Carolina.
Rocky
Not
Mountain,
Rocky.
North Carolina.
She
I just want
oh
to
no, she said she resides on Connecticut.
know,
See,
where was she born?
well, oh, she was born probably. Were you born in Rocky Mountain, NC? Well, that's her. That's her. I think that's her. I hope that's her. Is that her? Make sure. Yeah, Jackson. That's her thing there. So anything you can't get nothing from this
No, well,
birthday.
I'll just say this, because the information, I don't have the actual city, but I will simply second something that you mentioned in terms of going into the 5th year, especially if you're looking to relocate, because the 6th year is that portion about home
Mm-hmm.
and responsibilities and where you're going to build. And so the one thing that I will say, with being a number 2, is to think about who you really want to partner with. What partnership looks like for you. So I don't know, Deborah, if you're putting that in, if you want to send that to me later, I can always look up your chart. But I celebrate you as you're going
Yeah, she said
into
she's born there. That she's born in Rocky Mountain, North Carolina, I guess.
Rocky Mountain, North Carolina.
Rocky Mount, Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
Okay, let's get you.
Yes, that's what she's born. She says she is. She said she's born Rocky Mount, North Carolina.
I got you now. All right, let's pull you up.
Okay, great.
And
Great.
all right, Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. Looking at your chart as I'm pulling this up. All right, let's show the chart right here. Even on today. Oh, nice. Very nice. Very nice. Pluto in the first house. I gotta acknowledge that. So you're talking to a person. Yeah, you're a number two, but you got a lot of power in that
Hmm.
number one house. So there's an interesting thing as it relates to you with relationship. Anybody that has Pluto in the first house, you are a powerful being. And that power you can't hide is completely on your face. There are some people, and you have probably seen individuals that you wanted to potentially partner with that were incredibly intimidated by you. Please tell me if I'm right or I'm right. I already know that's the truth. But that's something to be mindful of. Not only that, but I'm looking at a mighty stellium over here in the ninth house that you have. So yeah, you do have to think also about when you talk about relocation. Think about also foreign travel in terms of
Hmm.
where do you want to go in the world. That's a big thing for you. North Node being in the 10th house. So that means we are looking to see you shine, really being on a platform. So when you're thinking about relationships, you want to be mindful of connecting with somebody who is very strong in who they are and doesn't have a problem with you being very strong in who you are. Does that make sense? We can't see your face, but if I saw you, I could see the power all the way on you. So that's the thing that I would say be mindful of. Make sure that you are with a partner where the strength that you both have is a powerful thing that draws you together and doesn't pull you apart. That's one thing I will say, and we can go deeper on another day. But with that stellium over there in Taurus, there's a grounding, and there's also you have a lot of Taurus energy right there. So there's a desire for pleasure. There's a desire for deep pleasure from a Taurus native. But be mindful of the power that you have. Use it proudly. Use it, but also know that individuals can be incredibly intimidated by that power. Just know that the partner that you're with has to have the same type of security and self that you rock with. That's all I'm gonna say on that. If you have any thought, let me see.
Let her put it
Baby,
in. Let her put it in. Let her put it in.
put it in. Let me see, because I'm sure you're intimidating some folk.
Lord have mercy.
Pluto in the first, you can't help it. You can't help that.
Again, I'm looking for Anderson. Anderson, I don't see you. Anderson, you didn't put up a birthday on your when you sent your money, the $13, but I didn't see any birthday at all. So Anderson, I need you to put it up in the chat, but specify that you are Anderson, please. Specify that you are Anderson. I see.
Mm.
Okay, I see. What's it? Okay, you doing the private thing there. Let me see. Anderson, where are you? Anderson. Oh, he's April. I think that's April. Yeah. Okay. I see April. Anderson is
April
April 9th.
Anderson.
April 9th, 1968. April 9th, 1968. And you got Atlantic City. Okay, you're dealing with a relationship person. So is that's okay. That's you, Anderson, and your relationship. Okay, I can deal with that relationship if that's what you're dealing with there. April 9th, and of course, October the 15th. Interesting energies right there because
Mm.
9 and 6 usually get along together anyway. Usually gets along, and then you have a fire sign and a air sign. Very interesting combination. Usually they're very workable combination. But when you deal with the numbers, when you deal with that 9, and I'm dealing with the personal numbers, very important for the personal numbers to work, because both of y'all ain't got no personality. There's a problem. It adds up to a number 24. And those are two healing numbers that you need to pay close attention to. Those healing numbers, that 24 is the number of y'all came together really to help heal each other from what was happening to each other from your pasts, especially from, of course, family. And one thing about the person born on April the 9th, you say what you mean what you say, and you can get argumentative, but you got to remember the one born on the 15th don't like to argue. They're rather more beautiful things. They can go there if they want to, but they rather be at their peace and be at their level of beauty and want beautiful energy and beautiful things around them. So between both of y'all need to be around places that y'all can garden together. Y'all can listen to beautiful music, listen to beautiful, be in beautiful spaces together. Also practice any type of healing modality. That would be very helpful for both of y'all to do what you got to do to help each other grow, to be each best at each other. Because right now y'all are in a particular cycle. As when I look at, let me look at your life path. That 4 plus 9 plus 1968 equals, of course, 1981. And then that 10 plus 15 plus 1965 equals 1990. So that life path there is a 1. And that life path also is, well, both of y'all share a 1 life path, which is good. But both of y'all can be a little hard-headed. But it's always good that one person take the higher role. Sometimes it's always good to maintain the peace between both of y'all. And creativity is going to be very important also. Being creative in what you do and how you do is going to be very important to, as far as y'all making it work for each other. And I hope that helps. Anything you want to say, my dear?
Yeah, I will say this. You got some very powerful fire going on.
Mm.
So this is the Aries fire. Not only is the sun in Aries, but her Venus is already there as well. So you don't have a problem being confident. You don't have a problem being direct.
Mhm.
Your desires are very clear. They run hot. And so one of the things that I will say is celebrate that, love on that, understand, rock the fact that you are bold. At the same time, I'm looking over here at the other end of your chart. You have Pluto in the 12th. So while there's a very bold energy, you have a very spiritual aspect to you as well. And so this Pluto in the 12th also tells me that there's some power that you have that is a little hidden from you. And so you have this opportunity to dig deeper and to figure out, okay, what's the power that I'm not seeing? I know that you know the power that you do see, but what's underneath? And when you're looking as it relates to partnership, her partner is what? I didn't see that number.
Which one? It's right there, 10, 15, 1965. You
I
see
got
it?
it. Okay,
There
okay.
it is. Yeah.
As it relates to partnership, I think he already made mention of it. Be mindful of when the boldness can end up leading to stubbornness.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, really be able to pull on the spiritual nature that you have with that Pluto in the 12th to know when to let a thing go, when to let it go. Because everything you don't have to fight for. And so that's the actual balance within yourself
Mm.
that I would say to definitely take a look at. And just really take some time to discover that deeper power that you're working with and how that can even bring greater light to your relationship. So that's what I would say to that.
Good, good, good. I see Khadijah is in the building. I think that's her. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the Khadijah? I think it is. Let me bring this person on. My
What you
gosh.
got? What you got? What you
Khadijah, what's up, girl? Lord have mercy. Now, those who don't know her sister, I gotta say it. I
We
gotta
got
say it.
beautiful energy.
I gotta say it. This is Dr. Africa's niece. This is Dr. Africa's niece. What's up, Khadijah? How you doing, girl?
How are
Oh,
you? How are
always
you? I'm
good to
loving
see
this
you.
show. I'm loving
Oh
it.
wow, thank you,
I'm loving
Khadijah. Now her uncle is the one that published this book and two other books of mine.
it.
Dr. Africa, the late great Dr. Africa. That's my baba for years, and he trusts me enough to actually publish my book because he usually don't publish anybody in anybody else's book, but his own.
That's
But he
right.
loved me enough and trusts me enough. And Khadijah has been working with us. How you doing, girl? What's up? You traveling?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yes, I'm traveling. I'm just doing well. I'm just following advice and all the information that you have given me on time. And that's why I love this because I'm able to tap in. I miss my uncle so greatly in all
Yes,
our
yes, yes,
conversations.
yes,
So
yes,
I
yes.
love that. At least I have you. You got what I'm
Hey,
saying?
we
Like
gonna
it's
keep it
like people,
going.
we talk your language.
We
Yeah,
gotta
we
keep
talk
it
each other's
going.
Yeah.
language.
Yeah.
We keep it going.
So
Well,
I'm blessed and honored to be here.
you born
Khadijah,
420.
but before you go into it, can I get Khadijah's birthplace? Do you have that and
Where
time
you
of birth?
I
born?
was born in I was born in Bronx, New York. I know the
Okay.
hospital, but if I'll be guessing a time, I'll be giving you the wrong time. But I do know it was in the afternoon.
It
Okay,
was an
that's
afternoon.
good.
Okay. And yeah, I guess your partners, their birth place or no? Or
Yep,
when your relationship?
42589. I'll say South Carolina.
South Carolina. You don't know if in the morning or afternoon, huh?
No,
I
I
don't
missed
need
the
it. She
beginning,
needs that.
so I'm
I don't
late
need
here.
it. I don't need it. So, but between y'all two now, interesting combination because I know you can do it. You can talk it out. Sometimes he will hold to himself, but he's a talker also. But he wants to talk at his own time. He's a healer. With that person, and what's so interesting when you add those two numbers out, it adds up to 37, which equals a 10. Y'all have a wheel of fortune energy around you that if y'all combine your creativity with spirituality and travel, it will be very successful, especially in doing business overseas, so to speak, together. If he's up to that, because he's born on the 25th, or that person is born on the 25th, which is a traveling number, but they're about manifestation. 12s are automatically, because it adds up to a 3, they love to expand and grow and do. They love good music. They love to dance. They love to go to good places. They should learn different languages. You should definitely be learning all kinds of languages. You like to go to beautiful and be in beautiful environments, but you sometimes you hold certain things in your head that you still got to let go. Stop holding on to things, because that alignment number is a 16, and 16 is a number of planning, yes, but it's also fatal if you don't plan what you do and have a blueprint. But sometimes you have to always keep your mind at a higher level, which is interesting because his alignment number is a number 29, which is 11, and 711 does work together because 11 adds up to the 2, which deals with manifestation from the spiritual realm, working with the spirit, doing a lot of energetic, intuitive exercises. The closer y'all get, the more y'all able to tap into each other's mind at certain ways. And because his life path is 11, which also equates to 2, and your life path is a 6, you definitely supposed to go down the healing path, the healing and help, because there's something about helping you do love to do. And I remember you used to come and help your uncle all the time when he was in town, especially if you come to New York. He has a certain the 11, that 11 master number, something to keep on second guessing. There's some powers he has to let out. He has some more stuff to do. But with y'all combination together, it can create some great businesses. And like I said, it can be a wheel of fortune energy. You could accomplish some greater goals. And because one is a fire sign and another one is an earth sign, this is an interesting combination, as we all know. You know what I'm saying? Because that fire and that earth, the way it works from a mathematical perspective, what I see a lot of water energy showing up. So that fire and earth needed some of this water energy and some of the earth and some of the air energy from the master number 11. Y'all have a combination of various elements around you that y'all can work. But the only thing y'all need to do is just avoid being um, being very too outspoken to each other. Learn to respect each other. Learn to find balance with what you have to do to accomplish your greater goals, and learn to do more healing things, like get massages and all that stuff. Go to get massages, get a Reiki session together. Make sure y'all do it together, because it's all about the healing of whatever happened in your past and whatever happened in his past, but also being willing to release it when it's time. Even if he don't want to talk, you always want to write it out, or let him write it out if he don't want to speak it out, because he can hold certain things, and I'm sure he's have certain things that he has hold in himself for a long time that he needs to let out. Am I making sense, my
Absolutely. Absolutely.
dear?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kecia,
Yeah,
please.
no, I just wanted to say this because you made a mention of the fire energy, but I also want to talk about the water energy that I
Please
see in your chart,
go ahead.
because this says a lot about you as it relates. Your Venus is over here in Pisces, and so that is really a connection about a free flowing love nature, that you have an idea of the desire for really intimacy that is deep, intimacy that is sensual. It's not a desire; it's a need. That's something that is a part of your makeup. And so, but also be mindful of that. With a Venus in Pisces, you may have attracted partners that you were always guiding them, or they needed some type of healing in some kind of way. And be mindful of that, because there's a point where the relationship has turned to where you are more so the giver, and it's not mutual. Does that make sense? Am I on the right lane when I say that? Yeah. So
Absolutely.
understanding this with that Venus in Pisces, and not only that, your mindset is there too because you have Mercury over there. Use that loving power that you have. You have a healing power in your love, but make sure that you are never going so far that you become the martyr. Because the Piscean energy is that energy of that martyr who will put themselves on the cross, so to speak. And so, at some particular point, you have to know when to cut ties. And I'm not talking about this relationship. I'm talking about all of them as it
In
relates to
general.
your love and who you attract. People are drawn to you because you have a fire, but you also have that watery, healing, loving nature. So just be mindful of that and guard that as you move forward. Does that make sense? Talk to me and tell me what that feels like.
Is That's deep right there because I often felt like that or feel like that with past
Mhm.
things or past
Yeah,
situations. Like if I'm giving and the energy is not being matched, and then I
Right.
feel or end up depleted,
yeah,
Yep.
right? If that
yeah,
makes sense. Like and that and I don't look at that as just in like a relationship. I look at it relations throughout friendships
Right.
or any
Yes.
type of thing. And that is that's on
Mm.
point, and that's something that me and my uncle talk about. So that hit
Mm.
that hit here.
And with
yeah,
your alignment number being a 7, it being 11, y'all got to be very careful of energy vampires. Both
yeah,
of you. There's
yeah,
so that a good book to get. I always suggest this book, Dodging Energy Vampires
yeah.
by Christian Northrup. Very good book. Dodging Energy Vampires by Christian North. But she's a medical doctor that New York top sellers list, but she comes from a spiritual and a physical perspective. The whole narcissism is a spiritual and a physical perspective of it, all of that kind of stuff. But you have to be very mindful of energy vampires. I recommend that, especially when I see all these 7s and 11s popping up on y'all charts. That water
Yeah.
energy again, those water 7-11, which adds up to the 2, that water energy keep on showing up. You got to be very mindful of that. Khadijah, so thank you very much for even being so open to come up here.
No, thank you guys.
Beautiful.
I
Yeah.
love you.
This.
I
I
want to say
love
this one last
it.
thing as we get ready to go. The first love is self love. And so
That's
when
right.
it's time to cut a thing off, love yourself enough to do that.
There it
Because
is.
that's just where your power comes from. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
She
Thank
knows.
you so much.
Thank you.
Uncle,
Thank you, Queen Mary King.
Uncle taught her well, cut it
Yeah.
off. Cut them nickels
Beautiful.
off. Cut them nickels off. I told you, Khadijah, you need to let him go. He sounds just like that.
That's so funny. You sounded just. Oh my God, you sound just like
I
him.
love Dr. Africa's voice because he can be so condescending and dropping you.
We
He
want
drop it, bang.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love Dr. Africa. Oh, thank you, Khadijah, for coming in. Those who don't know this sister before she get off, this is Dr. Africa, Laila Africa's niece, beautiful
Beautiful.
sister. And thank you very much and for all that your family has done. You know how he's done. He's done his work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And can't wait
Yeah.
to see what you manifest. That's what I'm waiting for. Stop playing.
Yeah.
All right, Khadijah?
I'm
All
working
right.
on it. Thank you
All right.
guys.
Love you. Well,
Wonderful.
let me know,
Pleasure.
Khadijah. All right. All right. Peace and love.
All right.
All right.
Peace.
That's my girl, Khadijah.
That's beautiful.
Oh,
She has a
that's so sweet.
beautiful
She got a
spirit.
beautiful
Yeah.
spirit. Okay. Next
Yeah.
up, Celeste. I don't see any birthday. Celeste, what's going on with your birthday? Hold on a second. I could do the names now. I could read a name.
Oh, he
Let's see
can
if
do.
she. Let's see if she can read.
I can
Let's see if
read
she's
a
in the
name.
chat. Let me see
And
if
you
she's
a
in the.
Jones, so I can celebrate that. But yeah, please put some other
She
stuff
knows.
in.
I know, right? Celeste. Oh, Celeste. I see. Don't worry. I see King. I think King, you did send some money. We're gonna go to that because I don't see Celeste. But let me break down her name real quick. Let me just break down
Yeah,
her name. Let me stop playing.
stop
Let
playing.
me because
Come on,
now I
King.
gotta write.
Come
Since
on.
she's there, I gotta make sure she I. She I. You know what I'm saying? She gotta make sure she I. And Jones, let me I'm on with Miss Jones right now. What you thinking about? Please
That's
stop
it. That's
playing.
it. That's it. That's
I
it.
know Miss Jones in the building already. She about to change her name soon. Let me stop playing. Oh, she hyphenate. That's all I'm
I'm
gonna
so
tell
done.
you right now. That's between.
So done.
I'm
I'm
hey,
so
I'm
done.
putting that in the universe, son. Why you
You a
laughing at?
mess.
I'm
You a
just
mess.
saying. I'm trying to help you out.
He said I'm trying to help. I'm so done with you. All right. As you focus on Celeste. I love it. I love it.
So last, okay. First of all, your name, your first name adds up to a number 19, which is a 10. Jones, and I'm using the Chaldean system because it's a more mystical system to me. Let me see. And there it is. And of course, Jones add up to a number 21, which deals with expression and oh, magical numbers, man. All magical numbers. Let's deal with this now. 'Cause first of all, Celeste Jones, the way you spell it, the way you presented it to me, that adds up to all the way across. It adds up to a number 4. Anything you do, you have to be legal. It has to be on point. It has to be structured, it has to be built, it has to be worked, the building process. And because your first name adds up to a 19, that means just like 19 keys, the alpha, the omega, whatever you start, you have to finish. It adds up to a number 10, which deals with the wheel of fortune. So whatever you put your mind to, you can accomplish the greater goals, but you can't second guess it. You can't be indecisive about it. And anybody that hold on to the name Jones, that name Jones, when you deal with the number 21 in numerology, because 21 is a powerful number, especially when I go to the older numerologists and they start dropping about the 21. 21 is known as the crown of the magi number. So magi's in history was able to turn nothing, little of nothing into something. And that was the importance of that name 20, that number 21. Learning, it's a number of advancement, honors, and elevation in your life, but it's really, you go through a lot of trials in your life if you're not careful. People that's born with that last name Jones, Tom Jones went through it, Mrs. Jones went through it.
Wait, and King, she's making a point. It's Marcellus Jones. They just put it in the chat.
It's a guy. It's Marcellus Jones. Okay, it's a guy. Oh, is that why you got Celeste though? You got to stop. I think. Hold on. I think he is. What's up? That's you.
Go.
Hey, I'm here. How you doing?
What's up with Celeste, man? What happened to Marcellus?
I apologize.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking there's a whole woman in here.
No, I'm a man. I'm a man.
I know a Celeste. I know a Celeste. Not Jones, but her name. What's up? When your birthday?
6891.
Oh, that's your.
6891.
Oh, you're born.
Do you know your time of birth?
I don't know my time of birth. Place of birth is Oakland, California.
Oakland, California. Got it. Okay.
Okay.
And my wife is 11685.
Okay, 11685.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
11685. Okay, so she's born on the 6th. Well, he done. Okay, So wait a minute. Are y'all still together? Y'all still working this out?
We are married 8 years in.
Y'all still working it out.
Of course.
With y'all definitely have to be flexible in whatever you do, however you do. Travel is very important. If y'all really do a lot of traveling, that will be very helpful. Traveling outside of the United States will be beneficial for both of y'all to keep that fire always constantly burning. And you say, wait a minute, she was born what?
11685.
11685. Okay, she's born 1985. Okay, let me just write that down here. Okay, she born November the 6th. Very loving individual. And you're born 6'8". Wait a minute. Okay, she older than you. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, my brother.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what you said, brother?
We got 12 kids.
You got what?
12.
12. When did y'all start? Wait. How you got 12 quick?
Well, I came in with 4.
Okay.
We had 4 together and I took on her 4. So
I'm getting ready to say, wait, you had 4 together. And you took on her 4. So it's 12 children all together?
Yes.
My congratulations, bro. Don't worry. I got an ex-wife that has 12 by herself. She did that 12 real quick. And I only had 1. So again, this is a number. This is a relationship of adaptability. Everything has to be adapted, especially when you're dealing with a bunch of children. You got to be able to be adapting. Know how to balance is like a juggling act. Y'all know what it has to be. I'm surprised they ain't do a documentary on y'all. Y'all need a documentary. Somebody needs to record this.
Film right now, so I'm a film student.
Oh, see, so I'm just going there. You born the same day as Kanye, man. So this is a good time for expansion for yourself. This is a good time to expand, keep on writing, and more likely develop short films and any kind of documentaries will also start promoting, especially in this year coming up. Although he's going through his controversy, it's really going into that 3-year cycle, because what happened is that 6 plus that 8 plus that 20, 22, equals 2036, and that's 11, but he's going into a 12-year cycle as the sneak peek months is. So this is all about you expanding beyond that. You don't have to go down the reckless route, because he went down the reckless route.
Right.
That's one thing Geminis can get caught up in. If you get volatile and can't get you. I always call Geminis, they like ham on a rye bread. Ham ain't no good for you, but the rye is good. I tell them all the time, you need to stay focused. That's all y'all need to do. But you're going in a good cycle for definitely production, writing. So this is a great year. And put your resume out there if you want. Send it to Tyler Perry. Send it out there. Whatever you're doing, make it happen this year coming up, especially closer to your birthday. Your wife in particular, she's, let me see, 11 plus 6 plus 20, 22. She is in a 5 personal year cycle. She's in the crossroads of her life. This is a good time to promote whatever business. She'll do well in healing, help, nursing, or being a social worker. She'll be doing anything to help with people because she likes to help. Right. She loves to help people. Lord have mercy. Sometimes you got to protect her, though. Carl, keep on dropping off. I mean, Celeste, keep on dropping off. I'm thinking Carl Jones, my man from Boondocks. I'm thinking Carl Jones now. That's my boy. So I know him. So this is a good cycle for her to start a business and spread her wings. Tell her to stop second guessing it and just do it, because she has an alignment number that deals with 8, which is dealing with business. So she would do well running her own business, just like you would do well in multiple streams of income in business, which is interesting. But that because you're going into a writer's frequency, do the damn thing and write. Travel, write if you have to, and whoever, make sure you have family meetings. Yes. Teach your children the business, because y'all have 8 that's strong in your child. Y'all got to teach the children business. And 8 and 6 are earth numbers that need to invest in property like crazy. They should have property. He dropped off again. He has to have property. So that's what it is. So anything you wanted to share with him?
Yeah, the one thing that I do want to say is he also has he has his North Node in Capricorn. So when you talked about bringing all the kids together, bringing them around the table, that's exactly what he is meant to do. That's really why he created a tribe, because the Capricorn North Node energy, that means you came to build something, and you cannot build it by yourself. And so really, really galvanizing the energy and knowing the skill set of everyone on the team is important to honor that, so that you can all grow and expand together. Not only that, but he's a very loving person. He's got his Venus is in Leo, so he's a man of great gestures. I'm sure she's happy if she loves great gestures, because he's got a lot of love that he shares. So that's what I would say. But the most important thing that I do want to make sure that I point out is Capricorn, with that kind of builder energy behind you. You definitely have to want to pull your entire team together. Know the chart of everybody in that room. I was just talking to someone earlier. If you have 12 children, you have to have some type of library in your house. At least a bookshelf that is dedicated to each one of your children, where they can grow, and so that you can know uniquely what each one of them are here to do, so that you can love and nurture that along the way. But with the North Node in Capricorn, you're definitely building something, and your love is strong. So that's what I would say.
That was good. I think we lost him, but it's all good. We lost him. We're gonna keep on moving to the next one. That was Marcellus. That was his name, Marcellus. He was born 6/8, and his wife was born on November the 6th. So big up to them too. Let's see who we got here next. We got, I think, Chantel and her partner. Now, Chantel, you didn't give any. Let me see if Chantel, you see anything in the chat. Chantel, did you give any? Let me see what time that you were born. I don't see.
Yeah, your birth time and location.
She just gave me the numbers. I mean, I can work the numbers. Yes, I can.
Okay.
But you need I want to make sure they get that thing off. And hold on, 1985 equals 2011. That's a 4. Okay, there it is. Okay, 12. 14 as alignment number 26. Oh, interesting. Both of them have the same alignment number, that number 8.
Oh, that's nice.
That's interesting. One born 4/13 and the other one born 12/14. When you add those two numbers together, that 13 plus that 14, to make that relationship a good relationship, y'all have to One thing y'all have to work on more is your spiritual connection. Chantel Legend, okay, I am Legend. Go ahead, Chantel. Chantel Legend and her partner. You have to work on more of your spiritual work because it adds up to the number 27. And 27, those two water numbers are about downloading information and ideals through spirituality, meditation, intuition, and it adds up to the number 9. So whatever you do, you got to put it out there on an international level. Y'all would do well doing just that. Both of y'all are fire signs. One is a Sag, one is an Aries. One thing about you born on the 13th, you have to just be mindful of what you allow in your mind, because that 13 is one of those mental numbers that has a lot of power behind it, have a lot of dominion, but sometimes if they're not creative and being willing to expand their mind beyond where they're at, then they could hold things in their mind that can be very detrimental. You're born the same day as the great Al Green, of course. You know, he had some weird and unusual situations happen, especially with them grits. And you know, you don't want no grits thrown on nobody, just in case of emergency. But I'm just saying. And what's so interesting, the life path of that person, your partner, is also a number 4. So I see the crisscross of energy going on. Both the alignment numbers are 8. Your life path is that person's Chantel's personal numbers are 13, which is a 4. His life path is a 4, and those two numbers and the 8 and 4 is very much can be very interesting, challenging numbers, but they're very supportive in the ancient system. They're challenged to the Europeans, according to they say it's challenged to them, but it's really not, because we know America is built on that number 4 and that number 13. We all the 13 stripes on the 13 colonies, all of that they built on. So they try to make it seem that 13 and 4 don't work together, but that's not true. It really does work, or 8 and 4 doesn't work together. But in the ancient societies, both 8 and 4 are the numbers of legality. Things that you do has to be legal. Things like old soul energy, paying attention to disciplines and how to structure your business and keep things in order. And one thing with both of y'all having the same alignment number of the number 8, y'all have to do a lot of manifestation through meditation and be willing to put the legality behind whatever you're going to manifest. In other words, you got to set up your LLCs and all that kind of stuff. Everything has to be legal. You can't go down the beaten path and just run. And then you got to finish what y'all start, because both the 13 and the 14 add up to that 27, which equals a 9. And 9 is the number of completion, endings, doing high level planning and manifesting, because that number 9 is also an international number. And in compound numerology, the number 27 is the number of creativity, productivity. And in order for you to have creativity and productivity, in order for you to reap the harvest, you have to have those creative and productive, intellectual, creative and productive ways in order for y'all to reap the harvest. That person born on the 4-13 and the other one born on the 12-14. Anything you want to touch on them real quick?
Yeah, I don't have your other birth information, but I will say this because this is what I'm picking up. You mentioned, King, the power of creativity and productivity. Here's what I know for sure: the two of you have a lot of fun together. You enjoy each other. You can laugh incredibly well. The creativity is easy to really see. What I will say is, as you were mentioning productivity, with that number 8, you want to find out what earth elements you have that will ground the joy that you have, that will allow you to produce. So really, right, when you make the mention of creativity and productivity, it is important to enjoy the creativity that comes from the relationship that you have together, but also finding ways to make sure that you ground it so that it produces what you truly desire. That's one thing I will say. If you have any more information in terms of your birth stuff, I can do that at a later time. But that's what I'm picking up.
Matter of fact, what is your website for the book session for you?
Yeah, you can reach me at KeciaLJones.com.
There it is, right there.
KeciaLJones.com.
Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Jones.
Yeah. So we can go deeper. But y'all have a lot of fun. Beautiful.
That's right. Let's see who we got next. Okay, we did Marcellus. Let's get rid of that. We did Chantel and her partner. Najee, another Najee just came up, and they born the same day. This is another Najee. This one born. They born 4/12. They born the same day as my girl there that just came on, Khadijah. So big up to that.
Najee,
I don't think.
where are you from? Yeah.
Yeah, did they? They didn't put where they're from. No, no, I don't think.
Right.
Let me see. They put.
Right.
I don't see. Najee, you know where you're born. You know where you're at. You know what's going on with you. What's going on? Let's cruise it at crack it up. Come on
Yeah,
now.
we have birth
But
time at 3:45 p.m. We just don't have location.
we
That's
don't have
all
a
we need.
location. You can work through that, right? You can work with that. You think you can work
Mhm.
with that? Okay, great. So let me do the numbers on it, and you keep it popping. Just like my girl Khadija that came up, you have the alignment number 16. When you add the 4 plus the 16, that is a number of planning. Any one of y'all born under this same number, this 412, you got to plan before you make moves, or you will go through some issues. That is a number of fatality, that number 16. And then connecting it to the number 12, which is known as the hangman, which can be a victimization number and sacrificial lamb number. You got to be very careful of the intrigues of other people according to the double numerology, all that. See, people would like to just break down 12 to a number 3, but I got to look at it all so y'all can get a better understanding. And then when you add that to the 1988, that adds up to 2004. And of course, those numbers there adds up to a number 6. So you're a healer, Najee, but you need to
Mhm.
express yourself through your writing, your art, your music, and your dance, and high level creativity. But everything has to have a blueprint for you, because the story is saying lay the blueprint of your expression so that you can find the love of what you do. That's how I'm looking at
Mhm.
all the numbers going from 16 to 12 to 1989, 1988, which is a 6 when you add it all together. I see it all. And then you have that 88. I'm seeing the 88. 88 again adds up to that number 16, just the 88, because in solar or Nubian numerology or Vedic numerology, they'll take off the 19. So I see that that's the number 88. And that 88 is one of those master numbers of not only insight, but also discipline, hardcore mastery of discipline, and also the willingness to set yourself on a spiritual path and connection to your ancestors, paying
Mhm.
close attention to your ancestors in your bloodline that may have done something extraordinary, because you have extraordinary things to do, especially with that expansion number 12, and especially in the healing factor of helping out children. It's so important that you might have to help out children someday. So whatever you got to offer to children and young folks, it's a good time to start getting ready to do that. And let me just see what year you're going into. As far as 2023, you are going into a 2039, and that's a number 5-year cycle. Again, you're in the crossroad. A lot of people have been in that crossroad that's been coming up. You're in the crossroad of making certain moves, dealing with communication, dealing with writing, acting, communication, promoting yourself. This is a great time to promote yourself and stop holding yourself back and stop second guessing yourself. If it's good for you and your well-being and your family's well-being, do it. Like Jordan used to say, just do it. But you got what's the problem? Just do it. All right. Anything for him? Go ahead. On that.
Najee, you didn't put your location, but so you can reach out to me. We can do that a little bit later. But I do want to make sure I say this with this fire energy, and I think this is very symbolic that there's a lot of people that are in the crossroads. So you
Mm-hmm.
are actually doing the very right thing to do by seeking out counsel as it relates to how you move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Going into with a 5 year, that exploration really says have fun, enjoy it, but know that the number 6 is coming. King, I'll tell you this. I
Yes.
remember for me, I had a great time in my 5th year, and not preparing for the 6th really hit me. So I do
Mm.
want to make sure I say that to all fire individuals, and you
Right.
are in Aries 12, make sure, have a good time, enjoy it, but make sure that you're building and you're mindful of the fact that you're going to build something from the things that you're going to enjoy. And so, with that being said, you can reach out to me if you can send me your actual location of birth, and we can go
Mm-hmm.
deeper into the type of relationships that are best for you at KeciaLJones.com. But have a great time, because there's a lot of fire she's about to experience. Or he,
That's right.
yeah.
Now, Loretta Milton, you did not put up your birthday. Loretta, where are you, Loretta? Loretta. Where are you, Loretta? We have you
Loretta
here, but you
Milton.
didn't put up your birthday. at all. Let me see if you put it in here. I did not see your birthday. No, you did not. But like I said, I can do names now. But if you ain't put up your birthday, what's your birthday? You can put it in the chat if you want, or you want to, put it in the chat. Family, we're not gonna stay up here all night because I know y'all keep us up here all night, and we got things to do tomorrow. You know, what I'm saying? So don't send any more money. We like the money.
That's a statement.
Don't send any more money right now. Let me go. Oh, good. Okay, they did stop. That's good. We got we got a few more people. Let's a few more people. We got Loretta. I want to deal with Loretta. I want to deal with Jessica Pitts, and we got this sister and Nick. Let's until Jessica and Loretta give us a birthday. We're going to just go straight to Nicole Green right now. This is her birthday. She's born the same. She's born the same day as my girl Loving You, the one who sang Loving You, Minnie Rippleton. Big up to her, the late great Minnie Rippleton. Loving You, it's so easy because you're so beautiful. I used to love that song, boy. I cried to that song. Lord have mercy.
Did you get your heart broke? Is that what happened? What happened?
But I just love that song, and maybe it's because of, I don't know if it's called, maybe it's called a Heartbroken. I don't know. I can't remember, just in case. Abandonment issues, whatever. It could be.
It was all something. He was working through it. Okay.
I was working through it, cried for 45 minutes straight.
Oh, that's a good one. Whoa.
Listening to that song and watching the video. And she got the birds and everything singing around there. Minnie Rippleton had it going on. Yes. All right. So I'm going to do it, and you're going to go ahead and do it after, right? You got it. You got everything. Okay, great. All right. So this is interesting because Minnie, no, I'm not calling Minnie. I'm not calling Minnie. My dear sister, your alignment number is a number 19, which is a 10, which is a 1. And your life path is, let me see, 1974 equals 1993. So your life path is a 22. Okay, 22. My goodness, you got the master numbers hard. You are a master builder according to your life path. Your master builder number is there, but it's about you building internally also, because you have one of the ancestral numbers is the number 8. So it's more than likely you got to treat things like Sankofa. The Sankofa bird looks back while it's moving forward. You always got to think on looking back, reaching back while you're moving forward, reaching back into time, reaching back into your history, reaching back into who you are and what you need to do. Because in the lessons of time from past memorial will give you what you got to do in your future, especially when it comes to business, when it comes to art, when it comes to anything, multiple streams of incomes of what you love to do. That's what you have to do. And because your alignment number adds up to a 19, again, finishing what you start. Whatever you start, you must finish. And remember, the number 19 in compound numerology is one of those numbers that's called the sun. You shine light on things. It is a prince and princess of heaven. And it's a number of advancement, but you got to be very careful of overthinking and second guessing your abilities. And especially because you got that life path number. That life path number 22 is one of those numbers that deals with not being naive, being careful of secret haters, but also being willing to keep certain things close to your heart when you're making moves. You can't tell everybody, because that 22, which adds up to a 4, can be a secret hater. Got to watch out for secret haters. The number 8, sometimes y'all get into your own lonely bag and all that kind of stuff. You got to be very careful of feeling that you're alone when you're not really alone. Your creator, your ancestors, everybody's around you. You got to always pay close and trust in your spirit guides on every aspect, and be willing to masterfully build your inner self so you can manifest your outer self, being under those numbers. You know what I'm saying? All right. Go ahead, my sister. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this power chart right here. You said she's a master. That's a master builder. There's no question that you're a master builder. I want to talk about this stellium in Scorpio you got going on. So your sun's in Scorpio, but your Venus is there. Your Mars is there, as well as Uranus. So you got a lot of power going on in that 9th house, which really is an indicator to me that love, relationships, the things that you love, you definitely need to be traveling around the world. You and this And this, let me be very clear. I know that this might be a challenge for you, but that's what you're really definitely here to do. And the reason why I know that it may be a challenge is because your North Node is over here in Sagittarius in the 10th house. You have to be seen. The platform is there for you. And so you have to be willing to leave home or leave the comforts of the community that you are accustomed to expand and explore beyond what you've known. So I do want to make sure that I say that because that North Node in Sagittarius, which is connected also to Neptune, means you're an explorer. That power that you have in Scorpio, you are a passionate lover, and you desire that as a being reciprocated, but you're a deep lover as well, as it relates to that Scorpio power energy. But part of this that you truly seek and desire will require you leaving the norm and exploring into other realms and to potentially into other countries, just allowing yourself to grow and expand. So beautiful power stuff.
Okay. Let's stop playing. Stop playing. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it. I love it. I love
that's
it. I
some
love
good
it.
stuff, Nicole.
And
Yes.
well, Jessica said she was just spreading love. Thank you very much, Jessica. That
What?
mine was just circulation donation. I'm so
That's
appreciative.
my
Thank
heart
you
right
very
there,
much. That,
Jessica
that
Fisk. Love you.
Jessica. Oh, you know Jessica?
Oh, Jessica's my sister. Yes, yes, yes.
What? Hey, what's up,
This
Jess?
family in the house. I think I got some other folks that's on tonight.
Let me
But yeah, thank
find
you
out.
so much for spreading love.
Let me
That's what I said.
find
I know
out.
my chart. So the people I work with, yeah,
Uh,
they come to the table. We did chart work this morning. So yeah.
Okay. Well, Loretta, let's get Loretta in there.
Loretta.
This is her birthday, Loretta Milton. I think she's the last one. Thank goodness, because we got things to do.
Okay, Loretta. I got the location, Boston, Massachusetts.
No
Can you
time, no
also
time.
put your time? Do you know the time? If you can, put it in there.
Loretta, what time, healthy gal T? Where's your time?
Yes.
Yeah, where's your time? And I'm going to deal with your birthday. No, Lord of mercy, don't let me Jamaican start talk. I'm give you no things.
I feel like I have another job coming when you do that. I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Let's
You got
keep
another job?
going.
You do
Yeah.
have another job. That's
Yeah.
right. Serve the
I'm gonna,
king. That's right.
let's focus on who are we focusing on? Loretta. How you doing,
Loretta
Loretta?
Milton.
We're gonna focus on you. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. All right. So Loretta, if you could tell me your time, if you know that,
She
that'd be
says
great.
she don't know the time, Lord. You don't know.
Okay,
You just
okay.
know where you
All right.
live. Okay, you know where you live, Loretta. Thank God, you know where you live. Which part you born? Boston. I've actually performed in Boston at the Strand Theater years ago. Yes, I have been to Boston. I love Boston. Yeah, you want me to do the numbers first, or you want to go ahead?
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
go ahead because I'm gonna go ahead and put this in.
Okay, great. All right. First of all, your alignment number is a number 9, Loretta. When you add that 5 plus the 4, when you add that 1963, that adds up to a 1972. Praise. That's a number 1 life path. That makes that a number 1 life path. Okay, 9. According to cosmic numerology, the achievement number that adds up to 9, when you have a 9 achievement number, it says that this is your last exam here on earth. Like, if there's a such thing as reincarnation, you don't want to come back and do this again. That's what it's saying. That is what it exactly says as far as number 9. That means you should have lived full of your dreams, your goals, your aspirations of what you want to accomplish. But anything you do, you got to finish what you start and be willing to accomplish it at higher levels, because 9 is the highest single digit numbers on the number chart. All you have to do is reach for the sky, just reach for the sky. But because you're born on that 4 now, which is interesting because you and 19 Keys is born the same day. He's born May the 4th also. So he's doing all that he got to do now in his early age. He's only born 1990. Young man just born in 1990.
I
So
didn't know
he's
that.
doing everything in his early age right now and knocking it all out, because that alignment says you're supposed to do, like Les Brown will tell you, I mean, live full of your goal, live full of your dreams, live full of all of that. That's what that 9 alignment number is stressing, that somebody should have guided you and told you this. Like, if you would have done a session with Lloyd Strayhorn when you was a child, because Lloyd was there, you could have gotten a lot of this stuff in your head right now. But since there's no better time than the present, remember right now, 5 plus that 4 plus 20, 23, you are going into a, let me see, 7-year cycle. So Next year, you're finishing this 6 year cycle. You're finishing you're going into a 7 year cycle. So you're going into your last crossroads. Again, another crossroads cycle. This is a year that's coming up that you need to do the due diligence of research, the due diligence of more travel. And if you do travel, it's about the research also. And this is also a good year to manifest through your deeper thoughts, your introspection, and reflecting on what mistakes you've made so you don't continue to go forward with the mistakes. Because right now, being born in 1963, when you add those numbers up, that 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 3 equals 19. Again, you're in a one cycle year for the next. You're in this one cycle year that usually lasts the years that last for like 28 years. That's what we call the wisdom cycle. So this is a good time to either start something that you've loved to do, start a business that you love to do, or do the traveling that you always wanted to do. Be assertive in what you want to accomplish. Live in self fullness of yourself, not selfish, self fullness of yourself in this cycle of your time period, in this time of your life. I know you're not no spring chicken, but it's all right. This is a good time to, because you have a lot of ones and you got a one life path, you got a 1 year that you're born, you still have a youthful energy about you that needs to just keep on going and keep on shining. But make sure you shine in a more disciplined, a more loving fashion, and make sure you serve humanity at a high level, especially when it comes to healing and helping and guiding and all that good stuff. All right, that's very important that you do so, Miss Healthy Girl T. So if you're doing teas and all that, that's very good for you because again, you got a lot of humanitarian energy, and of course, being born under that Taurus bull energy, which is connected to the number 6. That's also about helping and healing and guiding and teaching and all that. So you should be running your own business, of course, especially when it comes to those type of things. Anything you want to say about this, sister from Boston?
No, I just want to second everything that you're saying and how that's showing up actually in her chart as it relates to the fact that you have Saturn in your Aquarius. One thing in terms of healing, everybody knows you are the healing person. Everybody knows you are the person to call on for support. That Taurus energy, of course, shows up there. But not only that, I'm looking at the fact that that Saturn there in Aquarius means people really come to you with support. But the one thing that I'm hearing in my spirit that I definitely need to talk about is the fact that you have your Virgo over here. I'm looking at the fact that you want to make sure that you give yourself grace and really be able to not be moved, be mindful of when you are being critical of yourself and allow the critic to sit down. And so that's one thing that I want to tell you. You have a type of relationship with people. People know that you're the person to pull as it relates to support. There's not a question. You have a heart for people. Your North Node is in Cancer, so you have a nurturing aspect to you that's really complemented by that Sun in Taurus. But the one thing that I always want to say, I see Moon in Virgo, and I see not only that, but your Pluto is in Virgo. So that's a lot of power and energy in a house that rules by Mercury. So that means there's a lot that goes on in your mind that no one else sees. So people can see you as a stoic individual, like you got it all together, and you do. But at the same time, you're very critical of your internal self. So give yourself grace because the love that you give to other people allow you to give that back to yourself. That's what I want to say. Yeah.
We got one more because she did send some money after, but she didn't see the sign. We got to make sure do not send any more money because we have things to do tomorrow. Appreciate you all. I have to say that, specify that. Okay, just want to let you know. So Shay Egypt or Sha Egypt, her birthday is 7/25/1979. She was born in East Meadow, New York. She would be a New Yorker. They just hard-headed. Big up to the New Yorkers. She probably came in late or something. You know what I'm saying? And she's at 3:10 p.m. is her birthday. So I mean, 10 is the time she was born. You pulled up a chart yet, or
I'm doing that right now. I'm doing that right now.
So let me do the numbers. So. This is the last one, people. She is the last one because we do have things to do. We have our own business that we run and do our thing. This is, Mrs. Jones with a hyphenated name behind it. And
So good.
Okay, so hold on now. See, I'm playing around here. I
Okay.
gotta do my mathematics here. You know what I'm saying? Gotta
Do
do
your math.
mathematics.
Yeah,
I'm
do
just
your math
saying.
over there.
I'm
Okay.
doing my mathematics now. Stop playing. Okay, okay. All right. Okay, good, good, good. Now, first and foremost, you're born on that 25th energy. Very interesting number because 25 in compound numerology is the number of observation and listening more. When old numerologists say that and spread that type of love, let me share with you what this older numerologist say about it. He says 25. This is a number denoting strength gained through experience and benefits obtained through observation of people and things. It is not deemed an exactly unlucky number. Its success is given through strife and trials in the early parts of your life. It is a favorable number if it appears in the future. So you go through, in other words, people born on the 25th got to go through some stuff to get to some stuff. So sometimes
Mm.
that's, and if that don't kill you only makes you stronger. That don't kill you makes you stronger, number 25. And because you're born on that number, the alignment number of that number is a 32, which is a 5. So you need businesses that will allow you to be free because you don't really like to get locked
Mm.
down in any particular place with that 5 alignment number. All those sevens, that 25/7 like to be to their own self, be in their own quiet. They'd rather do business at home, to tell you the truth, because her life path adds up to a number 2011, which is a 4. So fours like to be in their own headspace, be to themselves and all that. But they're very good at building. They're very good at being good at dealing with meticulous things, putting things together, structuring things. So anything you have to do, you have to build from the ground up. And again, that don't kill you makes you stronger. So if you have that observing number, learn to be in the world and not of the world, and also learn to observe and not absorb, especially when things go wrong. Like Les would say, when things go wrong, don't go with it. When things go wrong, don't go with them. All right, that's the real deal. Don't do it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta stay in that higher frequency and stay on that adaptable frequency, especially because the alignment number is. And what I say by the alignment number, achievement number, the month plus the day deals with is, some call it the achievement, some call it the alignment, some call it the first pinnacle. There's different pinnacles, there's different, but that particular alignment is aligning you with travel, movement, the need to get away sometimes, especially go near the water. You need to be near water, Shah Egypt. You need to be near water. Water is a very good purifying element. Earth and water is very good to help you out at all costs, although you're a fire sign. With a
Mm.
candle next to you, that'd be nice too. Earth, water, and some candle. Earth, wind, and fire. You might need some of
Yeah,
that too, and
yeah.
play some of that music too. That music would be good for you. Anything you want to add to that, beautiful? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, I love what you know what I love about this is
Yeah,
like all of this is complementing each other.
yeah.
Astrology, numerology, all of these pieces are just indicators of your own frequency. So when you mention about going to water, that is totally right because not
Mm,
only is she a fire sign as it relates to that Leo energy, but she's a Scorpio rising, and I'm a Scorpio rising too. So I gotta
ooh,
say love where
mm.
that's concerned. So
I'm
that
Scorpio
whenever I
moon.
see yeah, yeah. Oh, you're Scorpio moon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whenever
yeah.
I see water in fire placements or whatnot, I'm always looking at how you're managing that particular power. So with that being a Scorpio rising, you're incredibly unique in terms of spirituality and what you download. Not only that, but that Uranus right there is in the 12th house. So there's a lot that you pick up. There's a lot that you download. You have Neptune in your first house. And so all of those different things play with the spiritual aptitude that you have. And not
Hmm.
only that, but that Venus I see is over in Cancer. So you already know you're an intuitive, caring, loving partner. The one thing that I will say is I see that stellium there at the top in Leo. So there is a lot of fire where that's concerned. You have a very fire mind. Your Mercury's over there, Jupiter's over there, your moon's there. And so in that regard, when you take that Leo and you take a Scorpio rising, there's a level of respect that is needed. Yes, you are a nurturer, but you also need respect in your relationship. So I want to make sure that that's clear. So you want to be with a partner who both of you mutually have this amazing respect for each other and know what you both bring to the game. So there's never a struggle where that's concerned. But with a Scorpio rising, that Taurus is on the other end. So you're attracted to grounded partners. But I also take note of the fact there's a Chiron there. So there's been a wound as it relates to partnerships. So that's something that you want to make sure that if you haven't already healed, that you work through the process of healing, because that might not even come from this life. That could be something from a previous energy that was passed down. I have Chiron in Taurus as well. So I just want to make mention of that. Highly spiritual, highly intuitive, but in terms of a fundamental, strong relationship, mutual respect, and honor and understanding of each other is incredibly important. With that North Node in the 10th house over here, that's also in Virgo. You have to be you. There's some systems work that you can do. And that's a whole nother conversation, because I'm looking at that, because that means your South Node is in Pisces. But ultimately, there's a lot of fire and water working together. Finding a partner that mutually respects you, recognizing any wounds that you may have in Taurus, is going to help you with future relationships. So awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
And now this is how you get in contact with our beautiful guest. Give her a round of applause. I don't have my applause button, but I gotta give her a round.
I
She's doing
feel it.
that.
I feel it.
That's her website right there. You want to book a
Yeah.
session? You want to do the? She's not only just an astrologist. She's not just a life coach. She's just everything. She's everything. My God.
You are so you know I'm gonna piggyback on that, you because he's playing with the song. I got you, King. But we do focus on everything.
On everything. That's right.
Because all of these pieces work together to make up the beauty of who you are. And knowing yourself is the greatest way that you can ever attract the type of loving partner
That's
that
right.
you desire, because you loved yourself enough to know yourself. So I would love to go deeper if you'd like to. I think it's a very powerful thing. But yeah, because you are everything. We are
That's why
one.
that's why you got to contact her on this her channel. I mean her
Yeah.
website, please, and do the sessions with her,
Yeah.
because she is good at what she does, and you see her voice is soothing and all of that.
Aw,
So that's a perfect
I love
combination.
it. Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But again, family, want to thank y'all for supporting. Thank y'all for
Thank
supporting.
you.
Thank you for supporting. Don't go nowhere, sister. I'm gonna put you backstage, and then I'm gonna close this out, and get it all
Okay.
good. All right, all right.
Right.
Hold
Love
on.
you all.
No,
Bye
thank you,
bye.
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hold
Thank
on,
you.
we're gonna put her backstage, and I'm gonna deal with it. All right, family. Remember, go to her website, KeciaLJones.com. Don't forget, make sure. And of course, next time we come up here, we'll let you know. Because she was good. She was good energy. This is the first time I ever worked with. No, it's not the first time working with astrologer, but this is the first time I ever done it with an astrologer. Usually, I'm just doing it with the numbers and all that, having a good time. But this is what we do. This is my Cash App and PayPal if you want to spread love, of course, and continue to spread love. And whatever you spread love to me is, if you watch this show and you're watching the show after we finish, guess what? I will still send her some a love gift just to help her out and keep on showing the love, because y'all did support, y'all did show some love. Thank y'all for spreading love, all the people that did spread love. And of course, family, just want to remind my peoples, if you're going to be in Brooklyn, New York, this is going to be it. This is the Unks Giving Celebration, the 8th annual Unks. My son is going to be co-hosting that. This is going to be at the Magnolia Tree Earth Center. So my son, Prince Imagine, will be co-hosting it with Sister Myrrh, and it's happening November 25th. That's Friday, November 25th. Remember Dr. Sabi's tribute. We doing it out here, man. Make sure you get the tickets. I will be in the building. They already got me in there. So ionicsbotanicals.com/events. That's right. That's right. That's right. So make sure you come on out to the tribute of Dr. Sabi. I will be in the mother flipping building. You know how we do already. And don't forget, ladies, if you want to do any meditation things, and gentlemen, if you want to do any meditation, Queen Need is doing her thing, or Empress Belkis. She changed the name. She's doing her thing. So make sure you call this number for both men and women. This is the number right here. If you want to do it, free meditation for both men and women. Separate for men, separate for women. She hooks it up. She really works it out. Those who don't know how to meditate, she will do a guided meditation. Just call that number or text that number, 770-861-9906. That's 770-861-9906. December 3rd starts to men. The women is already in play. They're already doing their thing every weekend. They're doing their thing, I think, at 11:11. But if y'all text that number again right there on the bottom and specify that you're a woman and want to be a part of that meditation circle, she's been sending me testimonials from these young ladies that's been so loving of this energy. So I'm so congratulatory of what she's doing and what she's making things happen. And this beautiful lady is doing her thing in the Poconos. So if you're in the Poconos, this is going to be a nice iridology event preparation and expiration live event in the Poconos. And that address is 1444 Poconos Boulevard, Mount Poconos. That's right. Make sure you support Dr. Shakira. That's right. She got it. She got, White Class singing about her. So that's what that is. The comedy show is going to be January the 13th in Manhattan. Check them out. It's going to be Mugga from Manifest. You see her in Manifest, that sister there. She be in that series called Manifest. And of course, JP Justice is also going to be there, and many other people. Professor Smalls is going to be with me right here in February. So look out for that. Make sure y'all text me for the early bird tickets. And don't forget, if you're an author, you want to write a book, or you need some help to write your book, here's this sister Susie. Susie Script is right in the building. She's trying to help you out. Don't forget Lloyd Strayhorn. Make sure you hit him up, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. You could also take my classes on udemy.com, and that's Numerovation at udemy.com. And don't forget, if you want the full course meal, that's 8 hours raw uncut course. It's 347-496-1022. Text the word course. And remember, please get my books on Amazon, but go to linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Remember, please share, like, and continue to watch King Simon right here on King Simon Presents Only Quality People. Remember, family, hold on, let me leave this for y'all. Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Hey family, this is King Simon. Just want to remind everybody that December 4th event has been canceled. It has been canceled. Please go to my Linktree. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator for any upcoming events. Thank you. It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. All right, family, we're going to close out with this prayer right now. This prayer is by Dr. Delbert Blair, and it's called Please, Universal Creator. If you want to continue to support Dr. Delbert Blair, one of our great metaphysicians that passed on and transitioned some years ago, here is one of his prayers he gave us like 20 years ago, and this one is called Please, Universal Creator. Know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only your truth and your love now. Let me say it again for the people in the back of the room. If they don't hear it, this is what it is. Please, Universal Creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which we live now. Please open our minds, our spirits, and our souls to receive only truth and your love now. Once again, family, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming on and supporting. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh and drop some knowledge. But as it comes to the end, and this is how it goes, I'm so glad we had this time to say bye, Serenata. Hotep, Shalom, Assalamu alaikum, peace be unto you, and thank you very much for tuning in. We are out of here, and I will see you next time right here on King Simon Presents Only Quality People. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at
King Simon the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Go now.